putting this video out for all those countless men out there in India who are considering marriage, who are about to get married, or maybe they have just gotten married. This is something which I've been struggling with for the past several years now because of the fact that I have clients coming in almost on a daily basis where they come to me and they say that I am facing this dispute with my wife because of which she has filed all of these cases against me. The cases that a woman files against her husband invariably will be a case of domestic violence, criminal breach of trust, and other offenses such as unnatural offense under section 377 of the IPC, sometimes causing miscarriage under 313 IPC, and a bunch of other offenses like that. The woman also goes and files a complaint under the Domestic Violence Act, claims interim maintenance over there, also files a divorce case under the Hindu Marriage Act, claims alimony there, and also files an application under section 125 of the Criminal Procedure Code, again seeking maintenance. Men face these allegations and courts side with them in the absence of any proof given by the wife. That is just how the way things are in India. And till the time things improve, I really do not want more men to come up saying I feel suicidal because I feel completely helpless because my wife has taken advantage of this law in India and now we are suffering the consequences. For that, there is a very simple solution to get rid of at least 50% of the problems that you are facing with your wife. And the solution is to act preemptively. The way you do that is that around the time you get married, right, is especially important for people who are considering marriage, because this is a weapon that you can use very, very nicely. And the way it happened, the way that I came about it was also very interesting. I had a friend who, called me up and said, Amish, I am about to get married to this girl. She seems to be wonderful. It's an arranged marriage, but I really don't know what it's going to turn out to be. So is there any document that I can get her to sign which will save me from any of these cases? And I told him that prenuptial agreements in India are not really valid and binding the way they are abroad, because there are Indian judgments which say that any agreement in contravention of the law will not be enforceable because there are laws of maintenance. Therefore, courts of law say that any agreement between the parties saying that no maintenance shall be claimed is void, will not be enforced in a court of law. But there are several things which both the parties can come to an agreement to, not per se an agreement, but can at least make declarations in the form of a sworn affidavit notarized or attested by an oath commissioner, in which they state certain facts, so that those facts cannot be twisted later on by a savvy lawyer who can then pile on a bunch of problems for the husband at a later stage. So the way you do it is you take your lessons from all these divorce cases which has happened in the past, the way courts work around them, and then you make the parties declare certain things. First and foremost, the wife says that dowry was demanded and I paid this much money, right? So the woman stays, and rightfully so. I'm not advocating that if you ask for dowry and then you make the girl sign this. A lot of these people that I know, no dowry was paid, right? So if no dowry is being given by the girl, you make her write it that no dowry has been given by me or my parents to the boy or the boy's parents, right? Secondly, the aspect of jewelry. A lot of times what happens is the boy side gifts jewelry to the girl, right? And the girl wears that jewelry. There are pictures of the girl wearing that jewelry. The girl says that I brought that jewelry and that jewelry belongs to me. But in fact, the jewelry belongs to the boy or the boy's parents, right? So again, you give a declaration in terms of writing as to how much jewelry was brought in by the girl, how much jewelry was brought in by the boy and the boy's parents. Similarly, furniture in the house, appliances in the house, any sort of consumable things in the house, you write it all down, right? Apart from that, a major problem when it comes to matrimonial disputes is employment of the girl. A lot of times what happens is the girl is working. After marriage, she leaves her job, and then if a dispute arises, she says that they made me leave my job, right? So at the time of entering into matrimony, you can have it in writing that the girl agrees that she does not wish to work anymore after the marriage. So that later, if a dispute arises, she cannot say that they made me leave my job, right? There are several such other things which one can do, which depends on circumstances between both the parties. But I say that whatever has been agreed upon should be given down in writing. If the girl says, I do not wish to work, she should state in that affidavit that I do not wish to work after marriage. Or that if she's working, that I have discussed it and my in-laws have said that they have no difficulty in me working. Because a lot of times what happens is, it is very prevalent in India that a girl is working, the parents, the boy says that we do not want a girl who is working. And the girl says it is completely all right, I have no problem in not working. But when it actually comes like to the picture, when the dispute arises, she will say that I wanted to work, and just at the last minute they say that if you work, we do not want to get married, that is why I had to leave my job after marriage, right? That becomes again another focal point of disputes, because maintenance is dependent on whether the girl is working or not, whether she's making money or not, right? A lot of times she makes money earlier, even before the marriage, and she will say after the marriage that I was not earning any money, or she says that I was earning this much money, but now they made me leave my job, because of which I cannot earn this money now, right? So all of these things become a point of dispute in a court of law. If you have an affidavit, if you have a declaration taking care of these 4 or 5 points, there are some more, but we leave that for the future. These are the most important points. These are things that you should take care of immediately. And if you're able to do it, it will save you a lot of trouble. Now, the aspect of, like, a lot of people ask me, is it right for me to do this with my wife right now? Will it not make things awkward? Trust me, the kind of suicidal tendencies that men come with to me, I would say face this awkwardness, maybe even the possibility of the marriage being cancelled because of this little dispute document. But it is up to you to decide what you want. Do you want to make it awkward right now? Or do you want to make it extremely painful in your future?